Hello friends, I'm doing this video to kind of quick start people who have bought a Samsung Gear 360 and want to know how the buttons work. I'm just going to jump right into it. To turn it on, you got this button down here that says back on it. You just press it for about a second, maybe a second and a half, and that comes up. You can see I'm in video mode here. That's apparent by the little video camera that's shown there. Now to switch modes, there's a button right here on top that actually says menu. So what you're going to do, you're going to click that little button to switch between the different kinds. So you got photo, you got your time lapse, you got video looping, and you have your settings, and then you have video. And then video is where most of it's going to be. Now, the thing I did the first time I went out with this, I shot a bunch of video and didn't realize that I was not in the highest video quality setting, which is going to be like 4K. So I was disappointed when I came back after shooting a bunch of video and it was in a lower resolution. So what you're going to do to get to that, you're going to go to settings, so I can get to that, and you just click the button until you get to settings, and then you're going to hit the top button, and then it's going to, you see it says switch lens. Now if you click the button again, you can actually switch the lens to be front or back or dual lens. It says here that means both of them, and when you click on it again, it goes out. So I'm going to go back to settings again. I was pushing the button that says menu on it until I get to settings. I'm going to click settings. So what you're going to do to get to the other stuff is click the menu again now. You see there you got video size. And I'll just quickly go through these. You got video size, you got your photo size, so you're doing your photos with it, your 360-degree photos. You got your time-lapse video size, which is how big is your time-lapse video going to be? Is it going to be 2160p, or is it going to be, in other words, is it going to be 4K or more like 2.7 or more like 1080p? And you got a timer on here, and I'll tell you what that is later. Really what that timer is just how long do you have before it goes active. You press the button, it gives you 2 seconds or 5 seconds, whatever, before it starts shooting. That's so you can get your camera in position. I'm going to click again. You have your auto power off after however long you want that to be. You can format the SD card in there, but I'm going to go back. You can see the info about the device. If I click onto these things, I have to go back out and go back through it again. But I'm going to segue back to what I think most people care about the most, which is going to be video size. So you get to this point, and you click the top here, and you can see now. Right now, I am in the highest resolution. That is 3840 by 1920. The other day when I was doing this, let me click again here. Yeah, there you go. You click the side again to go to the different ones. I think I was in 2880 by 1440. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was even something even smaller than that. I might have been at 2560 by 1280. I think that's what it was, and it was not as sharp as I wanted it to be, right? So you can go all the way down to 1920 by 960. Now, one thing to be aware of when you're doing this is, even though that looks like it would be high def, right, or a version of high def, you want to be as high as you can with it to get the best quality, because all you're going to see is a small portion of the video at one time or another, because a whole lot of it's going to be on the top, it's going to be on the bottom. So even though that's 4K, you're only going to see probably the equivalent of maybe 720 in the hole that you're looking at one particular time. And as you move your head around, or as you move your device around to pan, or as you drag around on your YouTube video, you'll see those extra pixels, which it is a 4K image stretched out in a 360-degree field. So don't be surprised if it doesn't look like the 4K video you've seen in the past, which is super sharp. It's not going to be super sharp. It is in 4K spread out in a 360-degree field, top to bottom. So anyway, that's how you get to the video. Now once you've gotten to what you want, you click the top again. And then, right now I've gone back into, that's in the time lapse. I left from time lapse, but I'll go back again, click on here till I get to video. And now when I shoot video, when I press that top button and start recording, I'll go ahead and do it so you see what it's going to look like. So there's my 2-second countdown, and now it's starting to record. Now I'm recording some 360-degree video. To stop, I'm going to stop it again there. And so there you go. That is how it's done. Now, if I want to go and change, let's look at the photo setting here. Let's go back to settings again and click there. And we're going to click the side button again, the one that says menu. And we're going to go to photo size. And here, now you've got 30 megapixel size, which is what you want to if you're going to do really high res. You do have a 14 megapixel if you want to shoot lower resolution pictures. Me personally, I'm one of those guys that wants every bit of image quality I can get, so I did want the 30 megs, and that's why I've got it set that way. If you click on that again, now you see you're back into video. Boy, my battery's running low. I'm going to have to get that resolved and recharge. But so you're going to come back out into whatever you last left. So you get to shoot your pictures, you're going to have to go back into photo mode here. Just click over till you get to photo mode. And you can see I shot 2,374 pictures earlier today in a time lapse. So, you know, all that is the number of pictures. Now if I click that right now, it's going to take a picture in 2 seconds. And there it went. So this is not a time lapse or anything, this is just one single photo. Now if I wanted to do a time lapse, I go to this right here, and I can see here that I've got my time lapse set to 0.5 seconds is what it's going to do. I think that, let me see if I can change that, I'm not even sure. Settings, let's go in here, let's go over to time lapse video, and all we got is time lapse video size. I have 3840 by 1920. Now I'm showing you how to do this all with the 360, and I'm not sure if you can set that for more than 0.5 seconds. You can set it for 2 seconds. I think you can somewhere. I need to look and see where that is. But here are your different sizes, of course. I'm going to leave mine back on 3840 by 1920. Click the top. And so we go through and look. So we got video looping. That would be if you want to loop your video. And so you can see here right quickly how these different things work. Of course, to turn everything off again, you're going to click this button on the bottom, and you're going to turn it off. You're just going to hold it for about another half second or so, and there you go. You're turned totally off. Now, I'm not going over everything that this will do, but I wanted to give you just a quick start so you can see how do you go in and change get your best quality settings for the video and for the photos. And of course, if you've not done this yet, you'll have to pop this open. For those of you maybe you've not seen about these, this is where your SD card goes in there, and it's a little bit tricky getting that SD card in there. It doesn't, I mean, it fits in there really good, but putting it, when you take it out, it's kind of hard to pull out. I have to grab it by these corners here when I pull it out. I'm gonna try that. Maybe I'll just push my thumbnail in right there and see if I can pop it, and there we go. For me, it's just very hard to get that way. I can't get it. I don't have the nails to do that, so I go this way to get it, and it comes out. Now, when you go to push it back in, if you don't get your thumbnail position just right, it will flip out and it'll go 3 feet in the other direction. So I'm going to try to be real careful there. And I popped it right back. I got lucky that time. And so you got your battery catch right there that lets you allows you to pull the battery out. I'm not going to pull the battery out, but as you see, it slides in there good, and you got a little USB thing here for charging. So that's how you charge your battery to hook up to USB Mini. But that's about all you need to know about how it works. It's very simple, but now I'll say this, until I had turned it on, I kept looking for how to get to the video settings. Now, if you click in here and you go to settings, and you go into some of these other ones, like, you know, switch lens, you can do that, of course. Video size, let's see, we have photo size, we have time lapse, we have the timer. That is where if we went in there right now, you can see I had it set for 2 seconds, but I could change it to 5 seconds or 10 seconds. That's just, or off, you know, where it just automatically comes on. I kind of like the 2 seconds, to be honest. That way, if I'm holding it not exactly where I want it to be, I can go ahead and fix that right quick. Let's see, so I'm going to click onto that, go back. Yeah, now the other thing you can do, when you hold this button down, the menu button, and just hold it down for a good long while, you enter a totally different kind of mode here. And this is the one that's the Ger 360 Manager. And this will allow you, if you click on this will allow you to connect. You see what you got? You got your code here for doing your Bluetooth connection to your phone. Now, the reason I'm doing all my controls here, you can do some of this on your phone. I'm going to click this to get out of this. You can't really, it's hard. You click on the mode, you click on those. The only way to get out of this is to cancel it, is to turn it off. At least that's the only thing I've been able to find out. And the reason I'm doing this, you know, some of this speculation is because the manual that I got, I bought mine straight out of Korea. It's not even available in America yet with an American manual. Is that, you know, you can't read the manual. I can't read Korean. If we turn this on again here, let's turn it, click the button, hold it. You'll see there are other modes. And I'm going to hold down here again, and we're going to go into that Ger 360. Now I can click this again. Then I've got remote control, and I can go in there, I can change what the remote control settings would be. I've got Google Street View, so once I have the right kind of cell phone to use this, I'm going to get the new Samsung phone because I really like being able to use this, and I have an older Samsung now, but I'll be using some of this Google View so that we can sync up with Google Views and Google Maps and stuff like that and show people where we are in the world. So there you go. That's kind of how this works. I'm going to turn this off. And so as I learn more about this, maybe I'll publish another video, but that's probably enough to get you started with your Samsung Gear 360. I hope this has helped someone out there that's trying to figure out how this little baby functions. Peace to all who watch, subscribe if you like.